You initially started obviously on your own, self-employed, and then as you've grown, what's the team at now?
There's 7 of us.
Seven of you now. So actually, you've kind of gone through that transition, haven't you, from being a sole contributor, if you like, or an individual contributor and doing it all yourself, to then actually passing over responsibility to the team that you're building around you. So how have you dealt with that transition? Because the transition's still happening, but how's that gone for you? And what are the key things that you've learned?
That's been really challenging. That's something that I've really had to work on. So obviously when we first met a year ago, and again, the biggest kind of light bulb moment for me was when we were going through that framework and I was kind of scoring it and I thought, oh, this is like real business stuff. Do you know what I mean? This is how we really run a business. And I'm not very good at it at the minute. I was quite, I admitted that at that point. I think I'd done what most, I don't know, but I'd imagine what most business owners do. And, it's just like get as many sales as we can, start building a team, make sure that the bank account is healthy. And then that's, as long as we've got more coming in than that's going out, then brilliant. And then, I knew my eyes were going to have to be opened. I wasn't completely burying my head in the sand. I knew I had to get better at that kind of thing, but I was so... But previous to a year ago, I was just so concentrated on trying to get the business off the ground. Then when we met, it came to light that, I've got a lot of work to do with the team. I've had to get used to the idea that not everybody thinks like me. And that's been a real struggle. And it's opened my eyes to how you actually manage people. I've never had to manage people before, so that's brought its own challenges. A big challenge to try and, the team dynamic. And, when we're looking at putting processes and systems in place, that's really unnatural for me. I've never had to work under a process or a system. I've always been in sales, so I've always just kind of went and done things without being in a kind of structure, or what I thought anyway. But then I've realised that as the team started to grow, that it's so important to have that in place for them.
And what was the light bulb moment for you on that bit then? Why do you now say it's so important for them?
Because I seen the carnage that I was causing in the office. As we started to go to 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, then it was like, people were doing things and I'm like, why are they doing that? And then when I got to the root of it, it's like, well, I've not showed you how to do that. And then, if I'd maybe came from a managerial background before or ran a business before or whatever, I maybe would have had the structures in place to start with, but I never. And it was just a kind of free-for-all. And then it just started to cause a bit of mayhem in the office.
Yeah, but I think that's probably typical of a lot of people in business, which is, if you don't know, you don't know. But once you know, as long as you expose yourself to the learning, once you know it, then you can do something about it. You can get better.
100%.